Part 5 of the Gods and Goddesses of the Prince of Egypt. It's only fitting that after they would talk about Khnum, Hotep would talk about another creator god. Ready for it? So even though Khnum was the creator of human beings, Ptah was one of the Egyptian creators of the universe. There are a couple different Egyptian creation myths, but Ptah is in the center of the Memphite creation myth, meaning it's coming from the city of Memphis. Now in this myth, Ptah created the world through the power of speech. It is said that he crafted the world in the design of his heart and gave life to the gods and their cause as well through his heart and his tongue. Most of the time, Ptah is represented like this, as a man with green skin, tight white shroud, which is meant to represent mummification wrappings, and then a divine beard. He also is usually holding this scepter, which is a combination of 3 very powerful symbols from ancient Egyptian religion. In the middle, we have the was scepter, which represented power. At the top, we have the Ankh symbol, which represented life. And then at the bottom, we had the Djed pillar, which was a representation of stability. Some of Ptah's epithets called him the begetter of the first beginning, the Lord of truth, the Lord of eternity, and the God who made himself to be a god. Now, Ptah is the main man of the Memphite triad. Remember triads? Last week I told you that a triad is a group of 3 gods, usually with a familial relation, that are worshipped in one location. So we have Ptah as the father figure, his wife Sekhmet, and their son Nefertem. In Memphis, his great temple was called Hut Ka Ptah, meaning the enclosure of the Ka of Ptah. He was the center point of many religious processions through the city, especially when he is displayed on top of his sacred bark. Now, bark is just a word that we use in Egyptology to essentially mean boat, but usually we only use it in some sort of religious context. Now, although Ptah was present in the Old Kingdom, the cult of Ptah was much more widespread in Egypt during the New Kingdom, including during the Ramesside period, where he slowly rose to be one of the highest worshipped gods in that time period. So this is just kind of a fun fact about Ptah, but one of his epithets was the one who listens to prayers. So ears kind of became a symbol of his, and they were either made out of clay or they were made into amulets, or in this case, they were carved onto the stela as a way to give an offering to Ptah. But I think it's just really funny that there's so many ears on this stela. Now you may think that I'm going to say come back next week for another video, but there's actually going to be one coming out tomorrow. So come on by tomorrow to see another goddess mentioned in the Prince of Egypt movie.